We are 1 week out from the HCA Andersen Marathon, and during this weekend we are going to do one of the last sessions before we race in only 7 days. I'm really excited about racing in only 1 week and being able to test my form at the HCA Andersen Marathon. Besides that, we are also going to spend the weekend in the western part of Denmark, which is called Jylland, because me and my brothers and my parents are going to travel over there to celebrate my grandma's 70 years birthday. So this weekend is going to be filled with a lot of exciting experiences, and I'm really looking forward to it. But before we take off to Jylland to celebrate my grandma's birthday, I wanted to talk a bit about the training I've been doing the past couple of weeks. Because last time you heard from me, I did a really big fail on a key session, but I've already talked through that, and as I've mentioned in my earlier video, I think it was a blessing in disguise because now I've dialed in my energy strategy much better. So even though it was quite an uncomfortable situation, I still managed to draw some very positive things out from it. But since then, I've been doing some really good training, and I just wanted to go over it like I usually do. And as always, after the failed workout on the Tuesday after that weekend, I was down at the track doing 6 times 2 kilometers. And I was down there feeling quite good because I didn't do such a hard workout because I stopped it earlier in the weekend. So I ran the total 12 kilometers in an average pace of 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And I wasn't fixated at pace at all during the workout. So when I got back, I'm really happy that it went the way it did. Then on the Thursday, just 2 days afterwards, I did a tempo run consisting of 20 kilometers in 1 rep. And I ran that in an average pace of 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Which actually surprised me because I thought that was quite fast compared to what I've been doing in the previous weeks. So really positive signs at that moment. Then on the Sunday during the same week, I had planned to do a long run, but because it went so well on the Thursday, I thought I would just convert the long run over to a marathon specific workout to get a little bit more marathon specific work in these last weeks before the marathon. So I did a session consisting of 3 intervals, which was 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers and 5 kilometers. And as you can see, I ran the total 20 kilometers in this training at an average pace of 3 minutes and 38 seconds. So also really satisfied with that training. Then during the next Tuesday track session, I was just down there having fun because now we are so close to the race. So I'm beginning to taper the sessions down a bit. So instead of doing those long intervals like I usually do, I did 16 times 400 meters just to get some speed in the legs. And to be honest, also just to do something different and fun. And I must say it was really hard doing those intervals. But the total of the intervals was a distance of 6.4 kilometers. And I did that in an average pace of 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And this wasn't really a specific or important session, but just something I wanted to do before the race and have a little bit of fun. So a really positive experience, even though it was really hard compared to what I usually do. Then 2 days later on the Thursday, I was out doing a very similar tempo run like I did 1 week before, but instead of it being a 20 kilometer tempo, I did 15 kilometers because I wanted to taper down a bit and just prime the body going into race week in a few days. So the 15 kilometer tempo I ran in an average pace of 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And to be honest, I actually thought it was quite difficult compared to the week before. So not a huge confidence booster as I had hoped to, but I guess you can't have the perfect workout every single time. And I'm not worrying about it, because now it's just about letting the body recover but still maintaining some activity in the next sort of 7 days. So the plan for this weekend is that we are going to head out for a easy run tomorrow, and then on Sunday we are going to do one of the last sessions before the race, precisely 7 days out from the race. So in a little bit, me and the family is going to head out in the car, and then we are going to travel to Jylland, where we will going to spend the remaining of the weekend celebrating my grandma and also doing some running training. We held a great party for my grandma yesterday evening, and now it's Saturday morning, and we have just been chilling and eating some breakfast together here from the start of the day. But now me, my uncle Michael and my mom is about to head out for a chill run, and I don't really know how far they will go, but my plan is to run about 11 kilometers today.
That sexy smile, looking forward to see you. I hope I will lose control. Love you every night, no checking the time, just us loving you all night long. I can let you go, baby, it's the right, we already know, and we feel it. I really do, I say the truth, we can't go. And you the key right now, it's a kingdom, let's play it how you like. Doesn't make you feel, or you wanna change, I'll be whatever, what you like. We can dance, you got to move tonight. Stars are watching us in the sky, I wanna last it forever. It's a sexy smile, looking forward to see
11 kilometers done in 1 hour and 2 minutes at a pace of 5 minutes and 26 seconds per kilometer. I've just eaten a very delicious lunch together with the entire family, and now my plan for the remaining of the day is just to chill as much as I can to prepare for the session tomorrow morning. And in terms of that session, it's going to be a marathon effort session, but with a lower amount of volume that I'm used to. And that is because now that we are inside 10 days of the race, I believe that I can't really push the form any further towards the race. So now my objective is just to keep the body active in the next 7 days while having a low amount of fatigue in the body, so I can prime the body towards the HCA Andersen Marathon. So next time you will see me is tomorrow morning, where we are going to prepare for one of the last sessions before the marathon. It's Sunday morning and I've just gotten up to eat my breakfast. And today, as I mentioned yesterday, we're going out for one of the last sessions in the build towards HCA Andersen. And today we are just going to do 2 times 6 kilometers in marathon effort. So hopefully this isn't going to be too taxing on the body. Besides that, I also got an email from the race yesterday with some practical information. And in that email, I was made aware that I am able to bring my own fuel. So I don't have to run with the camelback that I usually run with, but instead I can bring small water bottles with the fuel that I'm used to drinking. So that's a really exciting information, I think. And it's going to be quite a fun experience having to grab my own bottles. So while I was eating breakfast earlier, I made a couple of these small 250 milliliters Coke bottles, which I filled with some Mountain Energy. And on today's run, I'm just going to place them out on the course so I can attempt to grab them while I'm running and practice that motion a little bit. So I'm just going to wait a couple of hours to let my body digest the breakfast that I just ate, and then we are going to head out for the 2 times 6 kilometers. "19 kilometers done in 1 hour and 16 minutes at a pace of 3 minutes and 57 seconds per kilometer. To give a little recap of the run today, I think it was a great success. The pace during the intervals didn't necessarily feel easy, but I will say that I felt in control during the entire workout. Every time I was looking down at my watch for checking the pace, I had to slow down the speed a couple of notches to stay within marathon pace, and I think that is a great sign. Besides that, I felt pretty energized after the intervals, so it didn't really fatigue my body that much, which I also find to be a good sign. So overall, a great run today and a good confidence booster leading into race week. So as you can see on the screen, I did both the 6 kilometer intervals in an average pace of 3 minutes and 37 seconds, which also speaks into that this was a good run, 7 days out from the marathon. So a great weekend here in Jylland, and I hope that you have been enjoying the video, following me and the family, celebrating my grandma and also doing a bit of running training. Besides that, the only thing that I have left to do is just that I want to wish you a great rest of the day. Take care, and I will see you in race week.